Hello everyone, welcome you all for today's session. So in this session we are going to discuss about the poem The Snake. That is the last few lines of the poem The Snake, written by D.H. Lawrence. So myself, R Gowrishankar, Assistant Professor of English, working at Dr.SNSRCAS College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. So we know that already we discussed about the author D.H. Lawrence, who reflected on the social inflation, social alienation, industrialist, and modernity. So here we are going into the lines of the poem. Withered like lightning and was gone into the black hole. The earth leapt fissure in the wall front. So the snake moves extremely fast like lightning and disappears into the dark wall. So as we know that the author at last throws a log on the snake, but the log doesn't hit the snake, but the snake frightens. It panics and moved fastly into the black hole. And I thought, how paltry, how vulgar, what a mean act. I despised myself. So here the poet immediately regrets his choice of throwing the log. He realizes that the act what he shown is a small-minded fear and not a wisdom. So he begins to hate himself for attacking a harmless creature, that is throwing a log at a snake. For that purpose, he realizes what he done was wrong and he starts to hate himself. And I wished he would come back, my snake. So he says that the snake could come back. So when the snake comes back, he could correct his mistake. So he would not eat or do something else, just he will honor the snake. For he seemed to me again like a king in exile, a king in the dark underworld. So again the poet, in the beginning of the poem, he says that the snake is a guest, and now he says that the snake is a king in exile, that is a king who lives in the underground. So it connects to the myth of Greek, where the underworld gods are more powerful. So he compares the snake to a king. I have something to expiate, a pettiness. So at last the poem ends with poet repeating that he feels guilt for throwing a stick or log on the snake. So he must make up for a small petty act of fear and violence. So he should regret or he should accept his mistake when you try to attack a harmless animal or you make others hurt. So here the poet says that what he done was a wrong thing. You shouldn't have thrown a log on the snake. So that is the last line or the end of a poem. So the poem discusses about the main ideas such like man versus nature, fear with attraction, social conditioning with instinct, guilt of harming our nature, respect for all living creatures. So the first thing, man with nature. So snake is a natural one. So how a man must respect a harmless creature, that is the one. Then fear is attraction. So everyone love to see a snake, but still every person have a fear. So with the fear, how we are going to respect the snake, or how a person get attracted towards a creature. And third, social conditioning with instinct. So how harmless people has been suffered because of the social conditioning. So here a line has been given that you should eat the snake if you're a real man. So that conditioning is not a good one. So the society will think you as a bad. Then guilt for harming the nature. And at last he says that you must respect all living creatures in this world. Thank you all for your patience listening. So just like and subscribe for further stories or poems in my videos in this channel. Once again, thank you all. We will meet in the next session. Bye.